Hey guys, give me 1 second. I am just going and request to join that live, my special guest. While I put this where it goes, let's hope it doesn't fall. Ta-da! Seems a little high, but whatever, it'll do. Hey you guys, what's up, Raina? Zippy Mama 2. What's up, Anderson Hill Apartments? Kizzy. Vibrant Energy. Share the live, you guys. This is a good one. This is gonna be a good one. I already know. Share the live. I'm going to bring in. You got your water. I got my water. I got my water. You got your water or you got your drink?
Yeah, I got some water.
Let's get our sage. You got your sage?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna crunk it right on up.
Hey, Rennie.
What's
Happy
up,
birthday to our
Ren
mom. Today's JoJo's
Fantabulous?
birthday. I didn't get to talk to her yet. I'm so happy you're
She did
here.
not message
Are
me
you
back.
off today? Ooh, you get to be in the live. Okay. You got your
Little
something
sage,
to drink?
little Apollo.
Here.
Got the singing bowl on deck just in
Not,
case.
not the singing bowl. You got a singing bowl. You're fancy.
Cause that can I tell you that one that I got for my birthday is everything.
What?
Yes.
Ren Fabulous in the building.
Is somebody
Yay.
else? Hold on.
Egyptian
Ren Fabulous. You
Harry.
push to be in the live. Do you want to go on camera? I
Yes,
could
join
bring
our
you.
live.
I could bring you on camera, but I don't know how to take you off. So if you don't know how to,
I think you
two
just
people who don't know.
X out. If you want to get off, you just X out.
Okay.
But
I mean, she didn't say
I'll,
anything.
yeah, she just maybe not. Maybe she pushed it by accident.
Well, I already pushed the button to accept. I don't know what's gonna happen now. You would think by now I would have read the instructions. I guess she didn't do anything because she
Right.
didn't pop up. Okay.
Because she's new to this. You know, she be on Twitter reading. She be on. Oh, wait, it's called X now.
What?
She
Oh,
be on
Twitter.
X.
Girl, I didn't even recognize what she was talking about. I was like,
Yeah, I
Twitter,
forgot
what's
their name
that?
change, but she be on there, so she don't know how to work all the controllers
I,
in the
I
idea.
can't keep up with it. I don't want to be on all these things.
I know, I'm sad about TikTok.
What do you mean?
They did like the vote if they were gonna ban it or not.
And what happened?
They voted to ban it.
Who? I'm lost on this whole
Government.
story. You gotta
Government.
catch me up.
Yeah, I'll catch you up later.
Because I'm literally like, they don't usually let shit like that really go down.
Well, sometimes when you're not in control of it, you don't want to present it to, you know.
I mean, it really connected people across the world
Yeah,
in a way that I don't think nothing has done.
yeah. A lot of people like
That TikTok.
made businesses and are thriving because of it.
People people got married, people got divorced, people got all kinds of stuff off that TikTok.
I learned quite a few things.
Okay. Let me clean myself with this Florida water too. I just took a spiritual bath.
How'd that go?
Oh, okay, so who has not taken a spiritual bath? One thing I noticed about taking a spiritual bath, did you ever notice that after you take a spiritual bath, when you smell Florida water or something else, it just feels heightened?
Yeah, I
Oh
could
my
agree to
God.
that.
It
That's
went good because everything just feels so heightened.
okay.
Okay. So listen, you guys, I am on this live with you tonight because we have a special guest. We have Miss Desiree Gives Zero F's with us, right? Wellness extraordinaire. I'm gonna let her introduce herself to you. I know we've been just chit chatting to get started, but we're on because we have a special event coming up on Sunday,
Mhm.
Spiritual Day. Sunday, March 17th. There are two sessions that are going to be available. A morning session that's from 10 to 1 and an afternoon session that is from 3 to 6. So you pick one of the sessions and that's the session that you go to. Right here in Queen City, Charlotte in the university area. And so we wanted to talk about it. We wanted to talk about what we have to offer. We wanted to talk about where it came from, how it got founded, what's it all about, why you need to know, why do you need to know, why you don't need to miss this, why you don't want to miss this. So I'm going to let her introduce herself and tell her whatever you need, whatever she wants you to know. And then, of course, I'll ask her questions. If you guys have any questions, just put it into the conversation bubble
Hi.
or either
Thanks
or
for
either
joining.
into the chat. Sometimes if you don't get answered in the chat, if we don't see it, the conversation bubble kind of highlights it so I know something's waiting. Hey
Okay.
Stacey baby.
Well, I'm Desiree. I am the owner of Desiree Joy Wellness Spa. I have been in the beauty industry for 27 years now.
Ooh, how old are you? That's just what's going on in somebody's head.
Look at appointments coming through. I can't. Okay. So I've been in the beauty and wellness industry for 27 years, and I now own a spa and wellness center. I specialize in full body waxing, skincare, facials. We have a massage therapist on staff. We have a lash tech on staff. We do yoni steams. We have a sauna. We do a lot of spiritual services such as spiritual cleansings. We do Reiki healing. We do crystal and gemstone therapy, sound healing, and just a host of other things, like too much to name on here. But
Pyramid.
we have an energy pyramid that kind of heightens your meditation, and it pairs well with the singing bowls, which is like sound therapy. So get your chakras aligned, supercharged. Um, that's me.
Okay. How did you get into okay, so from starting in the beauty business, how did you get into the spiritual business? Did you like have a calling or something or did you just how'd that happen?
Well, I guess natural curiosities. And I've always loved stones, crystals. I collected rocks as a kid, which I think started it off because now I have really fancy rocks.
Fancy
um,
rock. Who has fancy rocks? Get your fancy rocks out.
I have a lot of
Your
them.
fancy
But
rocks.
I think just natural curiosity, and I did go to college and I went to a Christian college, so I had to study all the religions. And while studying religion and just wanting to figure things out, like I kind of, it took me there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So just taking classes, doing extra studying, and like attending events, and just like a spiritual journey.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I will say one thing. Here's a tip for cancers out there. It will help if you have anxiety, if you read, and if you do research. It is a way to help calm that. Sidebar, just throwing that out there. So if you find yourself getting away from a natural passion for reading and researching, sometimes when we become an adult, if we're not in school, we're like, what do we do
Fancy
now?
rocks.
Pick up
Yes.
a pick up a book. Pick up a
Yeah.
book. research something that helps with anxiety.
It
Yeah.
does. Like, especially when you want to know stuff, you don't know who to ask. Like, reading definitely helps me. Like,
Hmm.
can't always attend like every single wellness event.
Yeah.
You can't always like get to places, but books,
Mhm.
really
Yeah.
for me as a person.
And you can go at your own pace and find things that you like or that you're interested in. You ever be like, oh, I need to read more, I need to read more. Then you pick up something that you're totally not interested in
Yeah.
because you feel like you need to. Don't do that. Just get the stuff you like.
Yeah, because it'll take you forever. Like if it's taking forever to get through a book, you might as well just
Put it
find
down,
something else.
find something else. Um,
Hmm.
I have found that being practical on the spiritual journey has worked out best for me, especially when I've come from corporate backgrounds. So when we think about putting things into regular life, real life, as opposed to woo woo life or tree hugger life, it's like a nice integration when you're doing both. Um, and combining things and not being like keeping things separated, like unifying different things into your life. Or if you have let's say you have a board meeting and you know you're going to be nervous or antsy, picking out the crystal that can help you have confidence, like maybe a tiger's eye or something that can enhance your personal power, like a nice citrine, having it in your bra, having it in your
I
pocket, having it with
keep
you.
citrine with my money.
Yeah, citrine with the dough, honey. Spend a little dough. Um, sorry, I was listening to Little Kim the other day. Her first album, Spend a Little Dough. You don't remember that song? Little Kim was the GOAT. I'm
Are
sorry.
you doing the jazzy like
Yeah, the
remix,
little
or is that
the
how it
jazzy
sounded?
part.
Is that how it sounded, or
Yes.
okay?
I'm
Do
not
it
gonna
one
tell.
more time. Do it one more
Spend
time.
a little dough.
Little
It was
Kim
the hook.
on what song?
Little Kim hardcore album. I listened to the whole album, so when you just play it all the way through, I don't know what number it is. I could look it up right quick.
Hey, thanks for joining. Thanks for everybody who's here and joining. We're going to be talking about spiritual day. We're going to be talking about spiritual things. I'm being interviewed. I don't do interviews that often, so this is exciting.
Yeah, this is exciting. Mixed in with the dang going song is called "Spend a Little Dough."
I
Spend a
don't
little
remember
dough.
that song.
Well, you
And you
wasn't.
know we
If you wasn't,
can't play it on here
thank
because we
you,
get
honey.
kicked off.
It's the chorus, but I just looked it up. It's also the name of the song. You wasn't a hardcore fan if you didn't know hardcore from start to finish. Start to finish. Hand claps for people
I'm a
who.
kind of skip around girl. Like,
Right, right.
yeah, you gotta catch me or else next.
Anyway, the point of that was citrine goes with your dough.
Right.
You put it in your wallet, you carry it, put it in your money sack, put
And
it
you
in
can
your
put it
safe.
in your money corner in your house,
Feng
which
shui.
your money corner is the furthest back to the left. The corner that's all the way in the back of your house on the left, that's your money corner. I keep citrine
So,
there.
so when you come into your front door,
All the way to the left, the furthest back you can go
or this
in
corner,
the
because
back
you
of
know
your
people gonna be like, but what if I live on the third floor?
It's still,
Right.
what if it's
Just to
the
clarify.
closet? Put it
Right.
in the
It
closet.
doesn't
Drop a
matter. It's
little
a
stone.
corner.
Or not. I
It's
mean, you can keep it in your
optional.
wallet if you find a flat one.
It's optional. But again, practicality, bringing in what works with regular life.
Right.
I'm sure a lot of you have started doing blowing the cinnamon in your house for prosperity at the beginning of the month and keeping things clean and floor washes and stuff like that. That's really part of what spiritual day is, especially this time. I didn't go to the other ones, but from talking to the other practitioners, and when we were talking about actually doing it, the theme has actually been finding your tribe. So if you've been curious or if you've been isolated or there's things that you want to know and you want to ask certain people that you don't know who to ask, it will be a perfect opportunity to meet people who can help you on your spiritual journey.
Yeah.
So tell us what's some of the things that you're going to be doing at Spiritual Day.
Well, it's
Or tell
kind
us how Spiritual Day got founded.
of it got founded because I'm pretty private with my spiritual journey and life. And so, people ask me questions here and there and seem kind of hesitant. There are signs, like when you come into the spa, you can see things like evil eye, crystals everywhere, plants everywhere. And so naturally, like, what does this lady know? What you be doing? Like, you see like books and cards and crystals and sound therapy tools. So everything is there and available. And I feel like I'll share with those who want the
Mm-hmm.
knowledge. And so what if there was a place that you could go that you could try it out. You can
Mm-hmm.
ask questions, you can try things out all in one. There'll be different people there. So whatever the theme is for whatever year, it's like you get it, it's like a carnival.
Did you say carnival?
Yeah, it's
When
like a
your
spiritual
sister is about to
carnival.
run away with the circus?
Yes.
Check out this, you guys, in the background. She said carnival, and I'm currently balloon obsessed. You know that's going to be a buzzword for me. Anyway, okay, yeah, like a carnival that you can try it out. Like, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay,
So that's how it got started. So once a
you
year,
gave
I
me the
open up the
sister look.
spa
You gave me the sister
and
look, like, quit
what?
clowning around.
What?
I said you gave me this sister look, like, quit
I
clowning around.
did? I didn't even notice I did it.
Because
Didn't
you're
even.
looking out of your face, not at your face.
Right. Makes sense.
Did y'all see
But
the
I
little?
can see it because I'm looking
Oh,
at
right. It was like the
because
um
you in these balloons.
that one,
Anyway,
that
it's
one.
like a carnival. It's a spa open house, and you get to try out all of the amenities,
Mm-hmm.
um, and be amongst like-minded people
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
feel in a safe space and feel comfortable.
It's so good that you said a safe space and comfortable, because a lot of times I will
Yes,
say,
do we?
let's say if you see a botanica or you say a spiritual store and you decide to get up enough guts to go in there,
Right. It's
and you see all
scary.
this
You
weird
don't
stuff
know
and you
what
don't
it
know
is.
what it is,
Yeah.
and it's not necessarily clean. One thing that I do like about your place is that you can see all the crystals. Everything looks clean. There's plenty of natural light and sun coming in, so it doesn't look like some dark, creepy place.
Right. I've been to some dark, creepy
Right.
places.
Like when you're on the journey going
It
to take
takes
you
you
some
a
places.
lot of different places. Like it does. It does. Like
Who's on their spiritual journey? Put it in the comments. Um, and also the other thing about Spiritual Day, when you say a safe space, is so people who are like squeamish, because let's face it, we're in what they call the Bible Belt, Queen City. I don't even know if that term still applies. Are people still saying that?
yes, Queen City. The
Like,
city's named after Queen Charlotte.
I know, but are they still like, oh, it's Bible Belt, or did we
Oh, you mean Bible Belt? I think
Bible Belt?
so. Someone said it to me today.
Oh, because I'm like, that was such a, they was using that term when I first moved there in 97. So I didn't even know if people were still using that language. But being a place that churches on every corner, have you got pushback or have you run into any opposition with what you're doing? Are people trying to like imply
Well,
it's something
that's
lower?
that was one of the reasons why I was so private about it at first. And it was probably because not feeling empowered in my studies.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm a paperwork girl. I'm a degree girl. When I've
Mm-hmm.
got the certificate or the
Mm-hmm.
diploma, then it empowers me to feel comfortable speaking
Mm-hmm.
on certain things. Because
Mm-hmm.
for a long time, I don't talk about politics,
Mm-hmm.
I don't talk about religion, and I
Mm-hmm.
don't talk about like personal stuff. You
Mm-hmm.
have to keep it real light in a treatment room, and you
Mm-hmm.
never know where people come from and what their
Mm-hmm.
beliefs are, so you have to stay really neutral. And
Mm-hmm.
so expressing myself came in the form of the decor and the layout of my space.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's one of those, if you know, you know, type of things. Like, you see the crystals, you see
Is that
this,
pouring
but
water?
then, yeah, it's like,
Is that
okay.
sage?
And it makes people feel safe enough to ask,
Mm-hmm.
like, what's that over there?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What does it do? How do you do it? And
Do you
so it's like an icebreaker.
do you get it feels so nice in here.
Yeah.
It feels so light in here.
Mm-hmm.
In your mind, do you know you don't know what I gotta do to keep it light?
Right. There's a lot of behind the scenes, like when I'm preparing a space for today. Like,
Mm.
there's a lot that happens to keep it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I get that a lot.
Also, in preparing for spiritual day, because I know that part of spiritual day is going to be doing spiritual cleansings for people. Where there's certain things that you do to prepare for spiritual day.
Yeah, there are. Good
Hey girl,
evening.
hey girl, hey
Welcome.
girl, hey
Thanks for
girl,
coming.
come back
I know, because you know what, girl, I need to tell you something. Okay, this has
down.
nothing to do with
Sidebar. This is what you call a
sidebar.
sidebar.
This is a sidebar. I heard a City Girl song on the way home today, and I just cracked up, and I thought to myself, you are way ahead of your time. You are way ahead of your time. And I have a new appreciation for a certain song that played with us on a certain random, look, she's laughing. She knows what I'm talking about, on a certain random road trip. And so now I just
You get
want
it now?
nothing more than another road trip with you,
Oh,
packed with City Girls on repeat.
oh, that's so sweet. What kind of
Yeah,
compliment is that?
yes,
Touching souls
absolutely.
out here on this Instagram
Right,
live.
because you know what? There's certain people in the world that, you know, it's just like God is amazing,
Mm-hmm.
for real. And when you look back at certain things, it's like, oh my God, like the memories that you have with certain people will just, in the middle of any like random time, like crack you up and make you chuckle and laugh. And, you have these like jokes with people, and it's really good to know good people.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. Okay, that's all.
Sidebar over.
Yeah, sidebar over.
Okay. I really like my incense anyway.
So, yes, the energy in the space, it takes a lot of work and a lot of behind the scenes um things that I do and maintain to keep it that way.
Absolutely. And one of the things that I can agree with that is, again, like getting ready for spiritual day, I made sure I take a certain amount of baths in advance. So I was
Mm-hmm.
taking a spiritual bath tonight, and it came to me that I was gonna tell whoever's on the live, if you're feeling heavy and you're not feeling yourself, you may definitely need to spiritually cleanse, take a bath, do something to raise up your vibration, because what you might be feeling may not be
You'll pick
yours at
it
all.
up at work.
I will tell you an example. This morning when I walked into this store, 9 o'clock, 9:15 in the morning, the guy's like, "We're closed," and I was like, "Huh?" And he's arguing with a lady. I'll call her Karen. And he's arguing with a
Funny.
Karen, and I'm like, "Oh, I had a reservation." So I was like, "I don't have any employees. Nobody showed up. I can't do anything." Ugh. So I was like, "All right." And the lady's taunting him because she's like, "Yeah, and I'm waiting too." And I'm looking at her like, "Yo, we about to be compressing this, honey." I'll go out the door. I'm like, "No." But I literally went on with my day. And by the time I got home, I felt so tired and I felt frazzled. And I was trying to have a conference call and it went a little wonky. And I said, I need to take a nap. I just felt drained. Why, when I woke up, I was like, you did not clean yourself from that man. You take that bath immediately. Immediately, I was cleansing and praying. Feel so much better now that that's done. But if you're not tapped in and you're not in tune, you could carry that, and then it starts to change your demeanor, and then you think it's you. And it
Mm-hmm.
could not even be you. It could just be
Yeah.
what you walked into
Yeah.
during your day.
Right. I done got caught slipping
Yeah,
before like that.
it's
And
like, it's be like, whoops. Sheesh, it happened so fast.
because if you think about it, like being on a spiritual journey and learning all this stuff is like, it can be overwhelming because it's so much.
Mhm.
You gotta keep yourself protected. You gotta, protect yourself from the evil eye. And you gotta keep yourself cleaned up. And you gotta watch out for it. It's a lot. And so sometimes, like, I'm just trying to get through the
Mhm.
day. I'm just trying
Mhm.
to get through the day, like, regular.
Mhm.
Like, there's layers to your day, there's levels to
Absolutely. Absolutely.
one
It's
day.
been coming up. It's been coming up lately that there's even layers in the spirituality. A lot of times in the beginning, there's this feeling of, oh, if I'll do this, then I'll be there. Oh, if I do this, then I'll be there. Oh, if I do this, then I'll be. And then you get frustrated because you're like, why am I not there? This special place is supposed to be like
Right.
euphoria. And then it's literally like, when is anything ever just a one and a done? We don't take one shower. We don't eat one meal. We don't,
Right.
nothing is in a one. Nature is so abundant. There is not just a one. There's
Yeah.
no one acorn. There's no one flower. Like, nothing is a one. But we have this expectation about spirituality that if you tap in, and if you, I burn, you ever hear people be like, well, I had used some sage about a month ago. And you be like, just that one time? Okay. You good? I guess you good then, right? No, you're not good.
Well, that's why I do spiritual day, because we get to talk about all that stuff and
Mm-hmm.
address it and in a group,
Mm-hmm.
like, so you have different options on who you kind of can vibe with.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I invite my friends who all have their practices and they come and
Mm-hmm.
share, and so it's like a collective group and a chance for you to just ask, try it
Mm-hmm.
out, see what it's like. Burn a
Mm-hmm.
piece of sage,
Mm-hmm.
light an incense, do a candle for yourself, go take a
Mm-hmm.
steam, sit in the sauna.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm gonna show you how to clean yourself off. I'm gonna teach you how to clean yourself off if you don't have a tub and you need to still do a spiritual bath. You don't have
Mm-hmm.
to immerse yourself in water.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, try it before you buy it.
Yeah,
It's like
absolutely.
that thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like where you can really ask. Like, there's no dumb question.
Mm-hmm.
There's no what? And I've learned that when you're learning, it's like you can forget what it was like before you knew.
Yeah.
And so when I started and when I was seeking things, it's like you come across some people who seem agitated or irritated or make
Mm-hmm.
you feel like you do it like this, or they make you feel a certain way, like, I don't want to ask you nothing else because you're trying to
Mm-hmm.
play in my face.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, I don't want to be like that. And spiritual day takes me back to what I was looking for. Like a store. Like, what kind of store? Like, where are the spiritual stores
Where you even
at? How
get
y'all
this
know?
stuff at?
Yeah, where do you get this stuff? Like,
How do
what
I know
is,
it's authentic?
yeah, yeah. And so I guess that's my contribution to society is I'll help and
Mm-hmm.
teach what I know, because it can save people a lot of like time and money
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. Because some people out here, they are not kind and they will take advantage, and you'll be on a roller coaster for real.
and take
Like,
all your money.
I have a spiritual Rolodex where if I've worked with the person and I trust them, I'll refer them.
Yeah,
If I haven't worked with them, you will not hear me recommending anybody to anybody who I have not personally worked with. I just do not do that.
yeah,
It's too risky. Um, Okay, so it's so good that you're patient and you're kind, because I'm literally like, I remember I used to always say I was a day one teacher. And when people got too advanced, I'm like, you need to go find another teacher because I'm in my lane over here and I don't go over there because it's
Yeah.
not my interest.
Yeah.
But that's why a collective is
Right.
great, because people are on different things. We have a girl who's into shamanism and a shamanic journey and plant medicine. That's like a big buzzword, ayahuasca, and what's that, bufo,
Yeah.
and all of that stuff. And if you have questions about that, that's somebody who has had the experience with that firsthand,
Right.
who has been on retreat after retreat with that energy.
Right.
Um, and it just so
And
happens
those
that
are
we're
one of
all women
those
of
you gotta know
color.
somebody type of
Yeah,
things to even
it
find
wasn't
it.
on purpose that we were all women of color, but we are.
Yeah.
So, as
Yeah.
a woman of color, having another woman of color who could be like, who can show you pictures.
And not
When I took
like
this
gatekeep.
is what it looked like.
Like not gatekeeping and sending you on a like wild goose
Not
chase. Like
phony.
only
Nobody's a
because
phony.
I've been through that.
Yeah.
And so that was what I wanted was I need a guide. I need
Mm-hmm.
someone to help me. Like what are we
What are
doing?
you doing? Yeah. What are we
Hi,
doing
thanks for
here?
joining.
Um, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So,
So that was how it started.
yeah. So it's definitely a safe place to participate.
Hmm.
With no, I can honestly say no standoffishness, if that's
Yeah.
a thing. No standoffishness. Um, just connection. People who keep it real.
Yeah.
Um, more energy of, I don't know if you guys were on a live a couple of weeks ago when we did things that you don't want to know that you need to know. It's, speaking of, sidebar, why the girl has totally got a new opportunity at her feet, has made
What?
some decisions, has seemed really clear. Has I thought that girl wasn't never going to speak to me
That's
again.
awesome
She
though.
literally circled back today.
Because
I was
sometimes
like,
to get the motion, you gotta piss somebody off. Like
sometimes.
certain things, like if I get pissed off, certain things happen that don't normally
Mm-hmm.
happen. But the energy, is harnessed from me being angry
Mm-hmm.
to I'm gonna even if it's to prove somebody wrong.
Yeah,
It's
I'm gonna go look for
like
it.
so sometimes that's what you need, but you don't get that fire if it's like, yeah, it's gonna be okay.
Everything is
And just
fine. It's
manifest.
not fine.
Uh-uh.
Girl, what did you do? you,
Yeah, so sometimes
I have been
that's the
arguing
hard
with
part.
people on the
But
phone during the reading,
no,
and I'm like, I am arguing with somebody.
yeah.
I'm arguing with
But
somebody.
they, hi, Miss
Oh my
Morgan.
goodness. Who is that? Is that Morgan?
Yes.
I'm
People be
determined to
kicking and
turn
screaming though.
it. Mm-hmm.
They want the
Sometimes
results, but the work is hard. And
it is hard.
but
Sometimes we're all like, did we really choose this? Like, where? Show me where I signed up for this. And I'm like, you're not here just to pay bills. That's for damn sure. You're supposed to be doing something in the
right,
meantime.
right, right.
What you gonna do?
There's so many distractions that you have to. Well, I always wonder, like, there is so many distractions. What am I being distracted from? Because that
Mm-hmm.
must be pretty important.
Your personal power, the power of your tongue, the power of your mouth, the power of your words. Do you have any stories that are like really standout stories of people who have came and got a service with you, like a spiritual service or a crystal? So I know you're private, but it's like I'm sure you must have had some experience that was like, what in the world?
Yeah, I actually had one client, and coincidentally, I had an opening in my schedule, which is rare.
That's not a coincidence.
Right, it wasn't a coincidence. I
People.
had an opening in my schedule. This lady walks in, and she's looking around, looking around, looking around for a long time. Like I have left my treatment room to get it set up for the next, and she's still up here just walking around. And so she asked my assistant, like, would you happen to have openings for a facial? And so Janelle came and she was like, She had to come in the back and ask me because she know how it could be.
Uh, I know we don't
um,
take walk-ins, but we gonna
and
make
she
what you
was
want
like,
to.
do you think you can do a facial? I was like, well, absolutely, I can do a facial right now.
Wait a minute. I haven't
Right,
had a chance to scan your name through my energetic scanner.
right. And so I was like, sure, Janelle. And so she brings her in and she gets her on the table and gets everything ready. And so like I had this feeling earlier in the day that was just like kind of like a droopy, youpy, not my energy.
Yeah.
And I just didn't pay any mind because I'm in my safe space.
Premonition.
Right. And so the steam comes on and I'm starting her facial. And as soon as I touch her, I'm just like,
Damn it.
yep.
Ah! Man.
Yes, that's what I was like, oh, damn it. One of
That's when
these.
you roll your eyes like this.
I
Side eye
just
gonna do
start putting crystals on her. And you know me, I
mm-hmm.
am not going to say anything because that's just, I don't.
Overstepping. You won't overstep. The verbal. Zip it.
And so I'm just trying to get through the facial. And
Thick.
um, I think, I don't know who said something first, but then I was like, it just feels like you're fighting for your life. As I'm about to do dermal planing, that's the
Whoa.
scalpel.
You got the knife out. Dermal
Right.
planing. Can you tell
So
us sidebar what dermal
bursts
planing is?
out, she bursts out crying and she's like, honestly, if I hadn't gotten in to get a facial, I was gonna kill myself today. Right. So then she's like crying and I'm like, all right, well let it out. I'm literally like, can't you can't do that when somebody's moving. Like,
Hell no. You got the knife. That's like you've been a shave, mister. You've been a. Can you explain us what the dermal planing knife
it,
looks like?
it's a scalpel. Like
It's a
doctors used to
scalpel.
cut people open before surgery. It's a scalpel.
I've been a shave, miss. And you use
Yeah.
dermal planing for what?
You use
Actually, with
it
your face.
to scrape off the voluvus hair, which is the peach fuzz people have on their face, and it takes away dead skin and it like uncovers like that lower layer of fresh new
Metaphorically
skin.
speaking, it's
Right.
uncovering some shit.
Oh,
Is that what you're
right.
trying to say? Right, right,
Yeah.
right. We about to.
Right. And
Okay.
then it increases product absorption.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just one of those treatments. It's like an exfoliating treatment.
Mm-hmm.
And so she like, I had to go out. I put on a guided meditation. There's one I have specifically for situations like that. And I just like, it turned into be like crystal therapy, chakra balancing and aligning,
Mm-hmm.
and Reiki.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, she still she came out of
Mm-hmm.
nowhere. And the reason it's so peculiar is because, hi, thanks for joining. Um, I'm not in a storefront. I'm in a business
Right.
park.
You're not on the beaten path.
Right. You you gotta know where you're going when you come to me.
Right.
Because it's in a
Right.
business park, like medical buildings. So there's
Right.
not, I mean, there's a little sign on the outside, but it's not a place where there's no foot traffic.
Right.
So
Right.
that's what made it like, how did you get here?
Her
Like,
team was
you have to
like,
come
her
upstairs to
team was
come to me.
like, go left, up the stairs.
Yeah, you have to come upstairs. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that was a
Absolutely.
story of that. Hi, thanks. Hi, Tylen.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Wow. So it's like that when you're, and a lot of times that's why, even though it might feel, I think that, that poem Footsteps in the Bible where it's like, oh, I only saw one set of footsteps because God was carrying you at that time. is literally like at times where you might feel your darkest. That's when I always feel like you know how people want to know what their purpose is.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes your purpose can be really, really simple. Sometimes I feel like I'm an intermediary. So like when people are on the edge about to
Mm-hmm.
jump, that's when they'll meet me.
Well,
Or
she
when
must
some
have been looking for you because that's not
no,
normally
it
like,
runs in the family. It runs in the family. It's like when they on the edge, they're gonna run
oh, it
into
looks
you.
like this, but it's metal,
Mm.
and you do like that.
You was about to shave Mister. You was finna shave Mister.
Right, like
Oh my god. Listen, listen,
right,
Thailand. You need to
Tyler.
share with everybody. I mean, share.
He said, "Are you Aiden's mom?" And Aiden told me about you. And can you send me your number?
I know,
You
but who
can
goes
there,
on a live? Like, what is that
right? You can do a
in the middle of
DM.
her interview? You gotta school these people because the new generation. Nothing said. Oh, I'm gonna message her off to the side. I'm gonna just come on in the interview. You want to get a facial? You want to get a
Right?
reading? You
Maybe.
need a reading? You want to go online for your reading?
Oh dear. Anyway,
So,
next
oh
question.
dear. Anyway, sorry. Anyway, so yeah, she found you out of nowhere, and I'm
Yeah,
sure
so
that's
that's
happened more than once.
it has. But that was like one of the ones that stood out to me because it was like I could
You
told
fighting for your life.
I believed her. She looked like it, and it was a
Wow.
mess. She was
Wow.
better when she left, and she's been back since, and a lot lighter. Like each time she comes, a lot lighter. So I could tell she's definitely working on stuff, whatever was
Absolutely.
going on. Because I didn't ask for details. I don't ask no
Right.
details. If I get a message, I'm gonna tell it to you like it come, and then that's it. We can move on and talk about what kind of sunscreen you use.
Absolutely. I remember I had a girl who she was a receptionist at a doctor's office, and she would come to me for Reiki. And so when I first met her, she was so dark. She's like, I know it feels like it's all around me. I said, yeah, darkness is your boyfriend, right? And so we did Reiki, we did Reiki. And so one day this client comes into the doctor's office, and mind you, she had been the only person working there for 3 years. And he's like, no, the dark girl told me this and this. And she's like, what dark girl? You know, the dark girl, the other girl, the dark one. And she's like, I'm it. And so she calls me, Terry, I'm not dark anymore. like,
Yes, you can make an appointment to
I
get
was
your face done.
like,
Their link
oh,
is in the
that
bio.
is so dope. You're not dark anymore. He was referring to her as the dark girl. He didn't even
Mm,
know
mm.
her.
Wow,
Mm-hmm.
that's weird. But that's how it happens. You're welcome. Yes, come
Derma,
get a facial.
Derma and ready. Get on the books. Get on the books. Um, it's like I'm gonna get in where I fit in.
Right. I'm only here to book an appointment.
Right. I don't know what y'all talk about. Just
Right.
try. It's just a drive by. All right. What's
Right.
the generation? Is this millennial age or is this lower age? What's that
I
generation
don't know
thing?
what generation Aiden is.
Mm.
Cause
I'm like,
there's I don't
Z
know
X
the yeah,
QPR
something like that.
STV. Generation STV. No, we need to call them SP Special Victims Unit. No, I'm just kidding, Thailand.
Yeah.
Thailand? Yeah, just jokes here.
Yeah.
So anyway, any surprises for Spiritual Day? Anything that people don't want to miss?
Um well, in 2023, I ventured out and did a little more um research into my studies,
Mm-hmm.
spiritual studies, and I'm going to share about my trip to Cuba and what I
Ooh.
learned. And I'm also, well, I can't tell the
Oh, right,
secrets
right,
on
right.
here because it won't be a
Yeah, so
surprise,
yeah,
but I
book a ticket,
just
get a
that
ticket,
has some surprises because I'll be
surprises.
sharing a lot and teaching, what I can because
Mhm. In your lane. In your lane. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for letting us know all about the spiritual day. We are going to share this. And we'll end it before it gets too big because you got to go and buy your tickets now. You can get, I put the link to mine, terrybeal.com, because I have a button on there for morning session or afternoon session.
Right.
You can go to hers as well. I had a problem when I tried to go straight there, so I just built a link.
Yeah.
Built a back door from mine.
Like my link has session 1, session 2.
Okay, yeah.
In my bio, and it takes you straight to the tickets.
And you can post that in here too, so this will also go with it. Or if you send it to me, I'll edit it when I save it, so it's on there too. But it will be nice for you guys. Sunday the 17th, right before spring equinox.
Right. It's a great time to spring clean your energy.
It's kickoff season.
That's what I did to get ready. I went outside, did some grounding, worked in my garden, charging up, soaking up all the energy from the plants, the sun. So it's going to be a great day to do some inner healing, meditations. I mean, it's a lot.
And even if you don't need to heal, sometimes you need to just elevate.
Or be
like being in a group.
You don't even have to say anything. You can just be there and watch.
Yeah.
You don't have to talk at all. And you're still going to leave fulfilled and full just from the energy alone. Absolutely. Like, you don't even have to participate. It's what you're comfortable with. That's the good part. It's like, you don't have to say anything. You're not going to get put on the spot. You're not going to, you could do it.
You get to experience crystal therapy. You get to experience an oracle reading in private. You get to experience some reflexology. You get to experience Reiki. You can talk to the shaman. You can use the other services. So there is definitely one-on-one interaction that you get with the practitioners.
Right.
One-on-one. Like, where do you get that? Like, literally, powerhouses in your face,
right,
in a small group setting. Where do you get that?
Nowhere around
I haven't
here.
been to one.
Right.
Not like that.
Yeah.
So
it's definitely gonna be amazing.
Sunday.
I'm excited because I want to get reflexology.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This is gonna be an adventure.
Yeah, I want to get that. And just
I had the crystal therapy while I was getting my facial, and it was amazing. All I was worried about was snoring, because it puts you in this in-between place. It's like you're conscious, but I'm snoring. I'm awake, but I'm asleep. Like, you're just in that wave.
Yeah.
But it's like a time that you can really let your mind go.
Yeah.
And let yourself heal.
And that's the best. I'm excited, even for me.
You're safe. And knowing that you're safe.
Yes.
Knowing that you're in a state. Can I tell you, one time I went to the beach, and there was this little crystal store. They had all kinds of crystals and everything. And they had crystal healing with a lighted lamp. It was crystal therapy with the light lamp.
Okay.
Girl, why the light lamp was in the back in this danky little room that looked like it was the junk room, and they got this crazy table and the crazy light set up, and I was like, oh shit. So
oh my God.
I already paid, right? Because they make you pay first before you go back there.
Yeah, that was red flag number probably 5.
Girl, can I tell you, when I laid on the table, I must have laid there for about 60 seconds, and the guy walks out the room, and I said, oh hell no, because it felt like whatever was removed from people, all of that darkness, still in the room and under the damn table. I said, if you don't get your ass out of here.
See, that's down at the beach. What I'm talking about. We have been in some compromising situations on a spiritual journey, trying to figure some stuff out, and you end up in little dark back rooms with other people.
Talked into about a cashier. Oh, have you tried our light therapy? It's so good. It clears your chakras. Girl, lady, what is you? You can't clear my chakras. I was like, no, absolutely not. It was like I was laying on top of a layer of dark. Oh,
that is crazy. No. Was there a window?
No
They
windows,
probably
no lights, no
didn't know how to
plants.
clear the room.
No, they didn't. Of course they didn't. Like, only reason why I got talked into was because the person had a lot of personality. So I was like, we kikiing it. So I'm thinking, because we kikiing, it was.
That's another thing is
Mm-mm.
people don't know who to trust because yeah, everybody can put on some spiritual wear and be like, yeah. It's like you don't know who to trust.
And
You
it's
don't know
really not.
who to
One other
believe.
thing, it's not so theatric like TV.
Yeah.
Sometimes the things are quietly powerful.
Hmm.
It's not about a big show. It's you'll feel the shift in the inside of you.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just a matter of a breath and then things are changed.
Right.
Sometimes something will hit and you won't even know and then you might have an emotional release.
For real.
So it's very unique, it's very individual, but having that space held for you and letting your guys know the intention that you're open to leveling up or healing or growing or changing, that's how the magic happens.
Okay, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever had a client who's just like so tough that it's like you cannot get through to give them their message? Has that ever happened? And then it's like later on they follow up with you and tell you like, "Oh my God, this happened, that happened. You were right." Like I wonder why sometimes like in the beginning when people like will get a reading or get some type of healing session that they is it their ego that is fighting like and doesn't want to open up and release or that urge like some people don't want to cry in
Mm-hmm.
public or hold it all in and
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
just sit there and look
Mm-hmm.
like what do
Mm-hmm.
you do in situations like that?
Yeah. Yeah. I find that mostly what happens is they don't feel safe enough to lose control because it makes them feel like they're going to go over the edge where they're not going to have control. And where they didn't have control was where the original trauma
Mm.
happened. So usually that happens when somebody's had trauma and they're like, no, because if I do that, that's going to happen again and I'm going to be dead. I don't want to die.
Right.
So it's that extreme.
Hmm.
Um, it's that extreme. Like, I've had that I've had that happen to me personally. Like, I've had so many different things happen with clients that 1,000% I'll say yes. And sometimes people remember me from that one. I could have one experience with them and they just remember that one thing.
Yeah.
But I actually went to this. I know I'm saying the name wrong. Why? Because I keep thinking that I want to take Ozempic and I know I'm not going to take Ozempic. And so the alternative of Ozempic is Wegovy. And so I'm calling everything Wegovy. It's that Wegovy. It's that Wegovy. So anyway, I went to a session that was called Wetality. I almost said Wegovy. I went to Wegovy, not Wegovy. I went to Wetality. Is it Wetality? Yeah. Anyway, the guy was traveling, doing his guided breath work. So
Hmm.
me and a good friend of mine, we were on the floor on our yoga mats. We had a little blindfolds on. We was like doing the breath, right? At some point in my mind, I'm like, this is, you'd be like, I paid money for this. Not happening. We just breathing. You know how you be like, I don't feel nothing.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, this dude starts talking. And he's like, go to that place. Go there. And he starts yelling out insults, like insults that you might have heard throughout your life. And he says, that makeup ain't gonna help you. And for some reason in my head, it said, no, not there. And it was like I made this big yell, right?
That
Now,
was it
mind you, I'm thinking
one of those
everybody,
yelling things with people
yes,
screaming, crying.
yes. And so
You
when I
went
saw
to
everybody
that?
yelling,
I
I was like,
can't
they are
wait to
so
ask
fake.
more questions.
That's what it was. I was like, they are so fake. They are so fake. What is everybody? They just yelling for no reason. So I was like, oh, this is BS. As soon as
How
he said something
many people like you were there?
about 7,
How many people were there in total?
about $200.
Oh my God.
Right. So I'm like, they just,
I've seen
I'm
those
like,
ads on
yes,
IG for a
I
long
went.
time.
I went.
You
When I
went.
tell you I have been on the journey, I went. So he hit that one nerve. He hit that one nerve. And something was like, no, not there. Like I had stuff stored, right? And I let out this yell, like, right? I couldn't even believe it. It's like it escaped out of my body. And do you know what I remembered?
What?
I remembered when it was the first year I was married. I was going on a birthday trip
I
with a
remember this
group of friends
trip.
and my husband.
Yeah.
And my husband did not like me to wear makeup. And I used to sell Mary Kay. And so I did my face because it was my birthday and we would be taking pictures and I wanted to look nice.
I remember
And
this.
this MFer, like, just tries to take a hot shit on me because I had on makeup. And it wasn't even like I was looking like some whore of a Babylon. It's just, Mary Kay lady makeup. It wasn't,
Right.
Mac girl makeup. It
Right.
was very subtle. And it brought up him yelling at me, him causing a fight, him ruining the whole night, making it uncomfortable for the other couples because we get into an argument because I have on makeup and it's my birthday. So I didn't even know that I had anything stored around that. But when he hit that thing, it was like, and I was like, oh my God. It took me right there to something that I didn't even know I had suppressed.
Wow. I
It was
didn't
just
know
power.
people
And it was like,
like us went through
whoa.
things.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It was so interesting. Through breath work. Literally using your own breath. We was just a breathing.
Honestly, I don't think I could do it.
Breath work?
That type of
in that setting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do it.
Yeah. You probably could do it in a private setting.
No.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I don't think so.
Why?
I don't think I could do it. Like,
okay, but you have done some things where I'm sure you went to the edge with your body of where you didn't think you were going to go, spiritually wise. But you're private, so I'm sure you're not going to say it, but you've been to the edge.
Not that edge. Like, this is so funny to me because I scrolled past so many of those
have the ads. He is going around the country. He is going around. You
and you was up in the building. You was there.
I was there. You know what? Somebody in the comments went on the commercial. Somebody that I know went on the commercial. Yes, they had they was on the microphone for the commercial. They're the ones who told me about it. You gotta go.
Is that in your top 5 of most wild spiritual
It was shocking because it went from 0 to I'm totally conscious to it felt like the sound escaped out of my body. But it was like a suppression that I did not even know was there. The makeup.
I probably should have been there because oh my God.
When I tell you I have been around the block, I have been around the block.
I believe it though because I know you. So I know that
started from the bottom. Now I'm where? Now I'm here.
Oh my God.
I'm here now.
Screaming in a room full of
yes. 200. And they you know how I'll be so extra. And I'm like, what is everybody make? I'm like, we didn't even did nothing yet. We've been at it 5 minutes. And it was almost to the end before mine happened. I was like,
oh my God. Were you there by yourself or did you go with someone you knew?
I went with Marcia. Oh, look. Wait. Confetti?
No.
Does it?
No, I thought
whatever. Let's not start.
I don't even know how to do it.
There we go.
Hey, somebody got fireworks.
You have to just hold it.
You know,
and breathe at the same
your
time.
siblings try to make you look stupid. That's what this
Hold
is.
it and breathe at the same time.
Breathe. Oh, you
Because
trying to
I
do the
realized
breathing thing like
when I
you
was
and
holding
Jay?
my breath, it didn't do it. But when I breathe it, it did it. Maybe you got to smile at the same time. I don't know. It's very janky. Nothing for stop, right? Stop hands. Okay, well, whatever. Totally off track. La 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 la. Totally off track.
Right. Okay. So that was an amazing story that I find very comical. And that
No,
was a
but when
good
you
one.
feel something escape out of your body, what's up, Michael? What's up, Sabine? When you feel something escape out of your body, you're like, whoa, I couldn't have faked that. It came from somewhere out of me. It was a
Wow.
release.
That's cool.
I
I
mean,
probably won't ever experience that.
okay, so we're going to close this one because, like I said, we're going to share this one and then I'll go right back on again in case anybody wants to get a message, so that part's not stuck onto this part, just because sometimes it can get a little crazy.
Right. I'm excited
So
about Sunday,
yeah,
sharing
Sunday's spiritual day.
knowledge. It's gonna be
Book your
awesome.
ticket. Mm-hmm.
What am I drinking? I'm drinking some tea, um, citrus tea, and then I added some ginger powder to it that my sister gave me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just been like clearing out. Not like
Mm-hmm.
that, but like drinking tea, going outside,
Mm-hmm.
getting it together. Because it takes a lot of
It
energy
does
to hold space
facilitate.
for other people
Mm-hmm.
and to, be in someone else's energy. So
Absolutely.
I'm just drinking a lot of water and tea and eating a lot of fruits and cleaning myself off this week because it's a big deal. I mean, spiritual day is really special to me, and hopefully it grows and grows and grows.
Mm-hmm.
Because it certainly was something that I wish that I had when I
Mm-hmm.
first started learning about all of this. You are strong, and I'm proud of you. Thanks, Stewie. Are you coming
Oh, that's so
into
sweet.
spiritual day on Sunday? He probably got clients. He's a trainer,
Oh.
but it is like a Sunday. It'll be
Oh,
fun.
so
It'll be
sweet.
fun. I try to be strong, but
Mm,
there is no but.
right. That's what it is.
I've been like
All right.
this since I was little, Stewie.
Mm, I can't believe. Never mind. So go to the website, get your tickets, you guys, and we'll see you on
See
Sunday.
you on
Jump back on
Sunday.
if you want to get messages from Spirit.
Right, that's the fun
Okay.
part.
Get your car. Go on and get your cards ready, girl.
I don't want to use
Mm-hmm.
those